internet to the Play Some Video Games podcast, also known as the PSVG Cast. I'm Elaine. I'm back here again. I took a week off. Look, I took a week off, and then I'm back to the circus. I feel like a master of ceremonies, and it's all lion. No, you guys are not lions. Dev might be a lion. Dev, how you doing? Yeah.
I'm doing real good. Happy to be here. Definitely needed this week.
Yeah.
You have some mongoose.
He's a mongoose? What are you then? Besides, so you're a chameleon. Mongooses are mean.
A chameleon.
Your display names make me upset.
You can do better.
This one is a little subpar. I feel like, what is this?
Y'all don't
what
like
is this?
Boy George? How dare you, heathens?
Wow, I got heathen for not liking Boy George?
Boy
Really?
George!
That's spicy.
We will not disrespect or slander
Wait,
Boy George on this podcast.
Did you just call him the GOAT? You're going with greatest of all time for Boy George.
Yes.
This is the hill you wish to die on.
One of the GOATs.
Dev, I need help. I need help.
I need an adult.
I
don't think there's any help in this situation because he's just tripping. I'm just not even going to acknowledge that.
Have you not heard this song?
I have heard this song, and that's exactly why your opinion is just, I don't know where you're
Karma, chameleon.
Delvin, have you been drinking the water in Florida again? Because we've talked about this. You can't.
No, I just used the drugs in Florida.
That's worse. Why would you do that?
Just skip the middleman.
I'm glad you're doing well.
With the water.
It's better than the water.
No.
The drugs are probably better than the water. You're not wrong. Hey, Donnie, how's it going?
What's up? Hello, Elaine.
How's it going, Donnie? Yeah, we're back to that. It's happening.
I'm good.
I'm upset about that too, but we'll get there on another episode. So what'd you chuckleheads do without me last week? How'd it go?
Fucked up a podcast.
Did you not listen to the show?
I haven't listened to it yet
because
I'm...
listen to the first 15 seconds.
I'm so afraid. Yeah. I'm so afraid.
It was definitely an experience.
When people say that, it's like when they use the word interesting, where you're just like, this could go either way, and most of the time it does not go to the good place. So, good.
Yeah.
It was not good.
There were no karma chameleons there.
Things were said.
None.
Things were said?
Freudian slips.
Things were said. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna need like an emotional support animal after listening to the 15 seconds of this, aren't I?
I'll just have you know, I didn't do it.
You didn't do it?
Yeah.
Who was it?
No, it wasn't Donnie.
I made it talk to
PSVG Mr. Lion
HR.
over here.
Dev, it was you?
It's Mr. Lion over here.
I left you alone for 1 week. Holy shit.
You know,
I hate you guys.
I felt violated.
I hate you guys so much. Where is this missing episode? It was a Delvin Cox experience. Thanks, Sean.
It really was. In more ways than others. Oh my God. And it wasn't me. That's the best thing about it. I didn't do it.
My brain feels so betrayed by you, Dev. Like, I usually look to you to be like the grown-ass man here, and you.
I have failed you for the last time.
I can't. I can't.
No.
Yes.
See what happens when you take a week off?
I'm never taking a week off again, clearly.
Yes.
We all suffer.
Yeah.
Listeners suffer.
Yes.
Co-hosts suffer. We all suffer.
I left Dev alone for 1 day.
I got harassed.
I mean, that's not new. That's not new.
It.
That's not new. We do that.
Don't you dare, Dev.
We should have like an HR, like a staff HR, go over.
Yes.
Yeah.
Am I also the HR? Am I like the mom
house.
of this podcast? Like, this is inappropriate, children. Tone it down.
I mean,
Who is the HR of PSVG?
Who's the biggest adult?
It was Kevin.
It was Kevin.
Was
that a good idea to begin with?
No.
We can discuss. There's a pros and cons list, I'm sure. We'll get there. It's funny because there was a meeting today. Every year we do this like survey at work for how we feel about the company. And then they make us get together to go over it. And there's one part where they tell us to go into one of the 4 corners for how we feel about the results. And it's like angry, happy, frustrated, and sad. And I'm like, I don't know that I want to do this with you people. But now I'm having that feeling about this podcast. Like, I think I'm in the sad square today.
Why do you have to go in a corner?
I'm always sad.
That's the way they do it. They shuffle us into corners. I don't know.
Why is the corner?
Jail.
Just raise your hand or something at that point.
Like,
why do I gotta walk over to the other side of the room?
Because you're supposed to discuss it with people. You go stand in the box. You have a conversation about why you're sad.
I'm sad because
no one.
Let's share.
I'm sad because there aren't more free donuts. It's terrible. I hate this.
Are you a corrections officer? This sounds terrible. Like,
it's the worst. I'm an engineer. I shouldn't have to have feelings. That's not how this works. We have math.
That's true. Yeah. You should be like making bombs and stuff. That's what the engineers do, right? I don't know what they do.
Yes, that's what they do. We make trains run. You can't put a bunch of engineers in a room and be like, hey, why did you?
That's so much Florida.
That was big Florida energy.
Trains with bombs.
This is not the Will Smith Wild Wild West movie. Can we not?
That was a terrible movie.
It was bad. Bombs.
That was a really bad movie.
Bombs.
That movie bombed.
But I can't get the song from it out of my head ever once I hear it.
Great song. Will Smith
no, it was not a good song.
Great song.
It was not. Here you go. First it's the boy George is the GOAT, and now this is a great song.
Will Smith is the GOAT.
He's good, but did you watch the video?
How many goats do you have?
Oh, how many goats do you want?
I mean, everything can't be the GOAT.
Him, apparently.
Yes, everyone can.
No.
LL Cool J, GOAT.
Okay, I agree with you on LL Cool J.
See,
Jay-Z,
LL Cool J.
LL Cool J is good.
The GOAT?
Jay-Z is also good.
I can understand you liking LL Cool J. The GOAT?
He is
the
very
reason.
good.
I mean, LL Cool J has transcended so many decades, so many eras of hip-hop.
The term the GOAT has to be reserved for the best, the highest of echelons, the most accomplished. You can't just call everything the GOAT.
Part of being the GOAT in rap is because of the fact that he's still great every single decade. He's been able to transcend.
Yeah, he's held up.
At the beginning of
have
hip-hop,
you watched NCIS LA?
Okay, wait, let's not go there. Okay, he's not a good actor.
To TV
because he was on that show. Look, didn't Wu-Tang put out a new album this week?
I listened to it for Dre. But come on, like Michael Jordan is the GOAT. I don't care how good Charles Barkley is. He's not the GOAT.
Okay.
Right? That's how the GOAT works. Like when you start talking about GOATs, that's how GOAT works.
But here's the thing. So with Jordan, you can put him in any era of basketball and he's going to dominate. Same with LL Cool J. Put him in any era of hip hop or rap. He is going
LL still holds up
in that top.
Yeah, LL still holds up.
What's he dominating?
Hip hop.
It's hip hop.
Dominates hip hop. LL Cool J.
Yes, he did.
Oh, we're not doing this anymore. I'm calling a party foul.
Phil Collins, the GOAT.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop that shit! What are you doing? We're gonna talk about video games now. I'm gonna turn this podcast around. Somebody take
Elton John, the GOAT.
I love Elton John. Okay, hey, Dev, are you playing video games? Please be playing video games, my friend.
I am playing video games.
Oh, thank God.
I am playing a couple video games.
Okay.
I don't think I got into it last week with PC Building Simulator. Much like Donnie's car, whatever simulator, I've been playing that. It is like having your own little Geek Squad bench. People drop off computers. They ask you to diagnose, fix them. So I thought it was just, here's parts. Go ahead and just build whatever you want. No, it's an actual like game where you actually are running a little small independent business. I had no idea. I was like, oh my God.
Okay.
I get
to over here working for free.
Well,
you are a nerd. You do this for an actual job.
Relaxing.
And you said, I want to play a fucking video game.
I'm wondering if somewhere somebody is just replicating Dev's inputs. It's like Ender's Game too.
Oh my God, they're fixing computers. They just push it onto the bench. Dude. See, when I read PC Building Sim, I was like, do I just get an image of Henry Cavill building the computer and then I just pick the parts because I'd be in for that. But this is way worse. But I'll play it.
But
still.
it has both. It has both. It's just the free build mode because as you're playing the game, you unlock more parts. So like now I'm into the GTX 10 series and stuff.
So now it's all cool. When I did it,
the water coolers and everything.
Okay,
it's awesome. It's relaxing. It is because honestly, if I could be doing anything else like with my life outside of like
just build
what
computers?
I actually do, I would fucking build computers.
I'm thinking about starting a car detailing business.
You should.
Boy, this you guys have this is some big dad ass energy. You guys got white New Balance with some sneakers up to your socks up to your
first never
leave this podcast.
I'll have you know that I could shine that Harley viewers like nobody's business.
That sounds filthy out of context.
Yes, it does.
Foot stuff.
HR.
God damn it.
I'm HR.
We're talking about computer building here, and here you go.
No, Dev. You're talking about computer building.
Yes, you are
right.
talking about that.
This is a conversation you all are a part of.
This is very spicy tonight. I should have never gone away for a week because I came back. This is not just a show; it's a shit show of the best order. Okay, so you're building computers in your on your computer that you built,
on my
right?
computer. It is so much fun. It is nice and relaxing. I'm also playing Metroid Dread.
Me too.
An actual video game.
Yes. Yo, this is a good ass video game.
So good.
It's a good ass video game.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
It grabbed a hold of me right away, and I was like, "Oh, one more area. Oh my God, why is it 1 o'clock in the morning? One more area."
Basically,
so,
it's like
it's one of those.
Oh, let's go. One more again. Oh wait, what's that? How can I get over there? Do I have what I need to get over there? Can I get? Let's figure out how to get there. Yeah,
I like
it's doing that for me.
I'm a big fan of the fact that they carried this right on from Fusion, which is probably it's up there amongst my favorite of the
100%.
Of the 2D Metroids. I really like Fusion. I just need everybody who's listening to the audio version of this to know that Donnie has changed Delvin's display name to doesn't understand goats, and out of context, that shit's real funny to me. So
hater, just a straight hater. Delvin Cox, goat. Donnie Reese, not a goat.
He's the goat of car detailing. Stop it. Stop it.
No.
Stop that.
He's
how far?
Pressure washer guys.
Now that sounds filthy. That's your OnlyFans pressure washer, guys. That's it. Yeah. That's the name of it.
Pressure washers and feet.
Not paying for that. Keep my money right in my pocket.
As long as that's the only thing in your pocket right now, we all right. Deb, are you enjoying how? This is what you get for last week. I haven't even heard it yet. This is what you get for last week. You deserve it.
I'm sorry.
Did you finish Dread, Dev?
No,
how far?
No, okay. I'm playing it slow as hell. I'm not far at all. I think I'm probably only in I'm at Kraid. We'll just leave it at that.
Okay, you're somewhere mid. It's not a super long game the way that I understand
I'm almost done.
Donnie, you just finished the second to last boss, right? Based on
I'm at the last boss.
Without spoiling it, how do you feel about the video game?
I think the video game is really, really good. There are certain things that I wish it was different, and I feel like if I say them, Devin's just going to yell at me and say that that's Metroid.
Yep.
Probably.
I'm okay with that.
So say that.
It's weird because I feel like we've entered this space with Metroid where you can't criticize Metroid.
You can. It's Donnie, just you know.
You're just wrong.
Just get yelled at for being wrong. Exactly.
Are you not enjoying? Are you not enjoying the doubling back stuff?
So I'll tell you this: I was having an absolute ball of a time with this game, and I think the game is really, really good. I think for a Metroid game, it's doing everything that Metroid fans want it to do.
Correct.
For what it set off to do, I think it does very, very well. It is a showcase for the OLED. It is gorgeous on OLED.
I still don't have mine. I think it's coming tomorrow.
I feel so bad that you guys are playing it on not OLED. It makes no sense. It is so damn good.
Donnie, I'm playing it on a 65-inch OLED.
Yeah, but it's
cute
not
that you think that.
I feel like it's I put it on the dock. It's not the same.
It runs well. It's running well. But you also you're sitting in front of a NanoCell. It's a little bit of a different set.
I'm excited to see what you think of the OLED when you have it.
Yeah, I'm getting it tomorrow.
The OLED, playing the OLED is not the same as playing the Switch docked to an OLED TV.
Fair. We'll see.
Some of the biomes, the underwater one in particular is probably my favorite underwater part of any video game. It definitely gives off that abyss feel. It's great, really, really good.
Like Super Metroid.
Yeah,
yeah.
And I was definitely not. I wasn't having a hard time with the game until I was.
I've heard some of those late bosses are challenging and ask a lot of the player. And for me, I haven't gotten there yet, so I can't speak directly to this game, but I enjoy games that do that. But we'll see how I feel about it in this context. I like a hard-ass boss towards the end of a game, but we'll see.
My biggest issue, and it's really not even an issue, it's just that I look, carte blanche for anybody that's listening, if you didn't know already, Metroid games aren't my thing. I don't typically play them. It's typically a game that it has to stand out in a way that makes me want to play them. And when I do, I often kind of feel the same way. I don't like feeling constantly lost.
Mm-hmm.
And I've played several Metroid games. Returns was my favorite.
That's interesting.
I didn't feel lost with Samus Returns on 3DS like I do in this one.
Mm-hmm.
This one particularly, several times I felt completely lost. And thank God for the angels out there that are doing game guides, because I've had to reference one multiple times because I'm I don't know where to go. I don't know what I'm doing. And I tried to think of it. I tried to drill into that as to maybe why. I feel like with it, like I always go back to Ori. It's always going to be my comparison. It's my favorite game like this. And like with Ori, I never felt lost because you always have like the waypoint where you're supposed to go, but also everything is very memorable. And like I feel like I know locations based off what's in the location. And I don't feel like that in this game. So like I understand that I'm in the biome, like I understand what it looks like and where I am, but like room to room, hallway to hallway, it all looks the same. Like I don't really remember exactly which way to get back to where. So I'm always constantly running around feeling like I'm lost. That said, I'm at the end of the game, so it's not been a giant issue. I think I'm 10 hours in. I know some people are beating it like 7 or 6 or 4. Like I'm not that good.
Speedrun is 2 hours.
Yeah, the speedrunner is coming in. Like I will say to your point about that, because I want to jump in on this. I like that feeling, especially in Metroid games specifically. That lost, isolated feeling. It's one of the reasons that Prime was so effective for me as a first-person game. I don't like it in every Metroidvania. In certain ones, I find it frustrating. But in Metroid and in Hollow Knight, I really liked that. Like, oh, where am I? Oh God, the zone is dangerous. Oh no, I like it.
So like that I like, but being lost, I feel like I'm dumb. I feel like I don't like. I'm not playing it well enough. I'm like I don't. There's something that other people are doing in this better than me. Like I don't understand what I'm not doing.
Playing more games like this. That's
playing more games like this. You do pick up on cues.
Like I look at the map and I see the doors and stuff, but like I don't really know how to get around the map. Like when I look at it, I just kind of wander around, get like a direction.
Yeah, I have to admit that
a lot of what it is.
Yeah, I like this map.
But then I feel like I'm getting further away from where I'm supposed to be going. Like there's so many times I wander off and I'm like, now I got to go all the way back. And especially in like, I think the Emmy sections make that harder.
They can, they do.
Yeah.
But so I like the tension that they add on the other hand. Like I enjoy that stress. So I don't know. I will say this, of all the Metroid games, is probably my favorite version of the map. I like what they've done with showing you what kind of doors they are. Like this is a
highlight certain stuff.
And then the add markers. Add markers is like very helpful. So I like what they've added.
I did not think that my thoughts would find ears here on the show.
It's you're coming at it from a standpoint. Here's the thing that I think is impressive that I think listeners should take away from this discussion. You don't like games like this. You've almost finished this game, which means for you, it's impactful enough that you stuck with it.
I don't know if I'm going to though.
Because of the difficulty.
This boss, and it was so fucking hard. Like I died like 20 times. I wanted to like throw my controller. I thought to myself multiple occasions I was just going to quit. And I was like, I'll just quit. Like I don't need to beat this game. I don't understand. It's always a balance for me because it's like I feel so invested because I've put so much time into it. But at the same time, I don't want to keep feeling frustrated. Like that's not fun for me. I don't feel entertained. Like this isn't pleasant. This isn't a pleasant experience. It's not how I spend my free time. It's not to say that I want it to be easy. I just think particularly in this game, the later bosses, they get exceptionally hard. This is much harder than Death's Door. Much harder.
Fair enough.
I wouldn't even put them in the same category.
Yeah, they're different games too.
It's much harder. So in that regard, I don't like that. But I want to finish it just because I'm so close to the end. But I don't know if I can. I haven't seen the final. I feel like I'm right before the final boss, like based on what the game has just told me and everything.
I think that's true based on what I know about the end of the game.
And the only thing that's scary, I haven't seen it yet. I wanted to look up a YouTube. Like I might just YouTube it and like call it quits because Sean told me that the final boss was super hard. And he told me that he was like raging against it and everything. It's like, I don't want to do that. I might as well I might count my chickens.
Why don't you at least
out now? People raging against it, except for the people who apparently just beat it easily.
Yeah, I think some people there's a mechanic. Like, I was gonna say at least do it once, and then if you're just like, there's no way my brain is gonna wrap around this, then YouTube it. But at least try it one time. I haven't
popped open my amiibo yet. I know I can get extra missiles and extra tanks if I do that. So that's the thing is I'm doing a really good job, I think, of collecting energy tanks. I feel like I have a lot of energy tanks, and then you come up against this boss who just like throws my energy tanks to the fucking side. So you hit once and they're like half gone. I'm like, oh God,
yeah,
you gotta find the things that you can destroy to get that energy back. It's like Mega Man. Part of it is you have to get hit. You're going to take damage.
I'm excited to see folks later on.
That. I'm excited to play the end of this.
They don't necessarily have that.
When games introduce a parry mechanic like this, I enjoy endgame bosses. So I like the parry. I love the parry. Feels good.
I think the game is excellent. it's really beautiful in several times that I've stopped and taken screenshots of the game, and the art style is really good. I talked about it before. I can confirm what I thought when I saw in preview coverage. Samus's animations are dope.
It's beautiful.
I mean, it's so cool to see her like go from morph ball back up and down, and especially as you get different stuff and as you get all the power ups, you feel very powerful and stuff. Like all the Metroid things that we think about Metroid, they're all here. It's a fantastic Metroid game. They're just not my favorite games.
Sure, that's fair. But I'm glad you gave it a whirl.
How long it took to get the damn morph ball?
It's late because I don't have it yet. I do not have it yet, and I played
it. And I know a lot of people had issues with Kraid. I didn't. That was actually one. Kraid was like the inspiration. I was like, oh, if I can do this, I could probably play this game. Yeah. Like everybody talked about how hard it was. And I got through Kraid, I think, my second time. I died once, and then I got it the next time. Like once, you just kind of had to see Kraid. Like Kraid's not really all that hard to dodge and stuff. Like once you see what he's doing, it's pretty easy. There are folks later that's much harder to dodge.
Sure.
Much harder to dodge and get out of the way of. And I like this one that I beat earlier wasn't the boss that I showed a picture of. It was this other one, this damn beetle thing. I just had to like survive, like not survive, like I just had to do as much damage as possible because he attacked me, and I swear to you, for the love of me, I could not figure out how to get out of the way. I was like, I don't know where to go.
Some of it.
I'm just gonna take this on the chin
some of it's that.
Throw as much damage as possible.
Deal as much as you can.
Yeah, some of it is that. I enjoy it though. I'm glad you're having fun with it, and I'm glad you carried it almost all whole way through.
It's very
great.
good.
I think it's great.
One of Switch's best games. Definitely its best Switch game last year plus.
I'm glad they did what they did with this game and hyped it up as much as they did. I'm glad Samus finally got that treatment because I feel like she's the character, and these are the games that sort of hang out in the wind a little bit for Nintendo. Like they kind of just shuffle them to the side. So
some of the cutscenes that you guys will see later, like she's such a badass.
She's a badass. There's a reason she's my
like
favorite.
She's
a badass.
Cool,
we don't know this.
I love her.
Like
she's been my Discord avatar forever for a reason.
Man.
She's a bad bee. I love her.
I've played Super Metroid and a couple other Metroids. Like these cutscenes are better than those.
Oh yeah,
you get a better sense of her than those. These aren't little cartoon stills.
No, the early boss fight that you do against the chompy boy with the tail, when her ending animation for that fight is dope. I'm like, I'm in.
Oh yeah,
Let's
There's
go.
a lot of that.
There's a lot of that. She's awesome.
So like, I understand why Metroid fans love this Metroid game. I also understand why non-Metroid fans don't like this Metroid game.
Sure, because it's a Metroid-ass Metroid game, to summarize. So, what else you got, Donnie? What else you playing?
Oh, I played a little game called A Little Golf Journey.
I want to play this. This looks really cute.
It's from Okie Dokie Company. They came out with a mobile golf game called OK Golf, which you can play on your phone. It's very much like the same game, except in this game they've added an overworld, and they gamified the hell out of it. You're collecting, they call it blue stuff. They actually call it blue stuff. They have like collectibles that you collect inside the game. They get hidden pathways and hidden areas and stuff like that. It's just a simple, very zen-like, chill golf game. Kind of runs like crap, actually. For being a mobile game, it's real choppy in the frame rate, especially in the overworld or any of the worlds where they have like particle effects. Lots of frame slowdown and stuff. But I'm playing it. It's like $15 or something like that. Okay. And then I'm still playing Far Cry. The reason I started playing Dread was actually because I think I reached a good point with Far Cry where, I log in, I do a couple missions, I send my banditos out on operations, and then I kind of log out and I just kind of keep doing it. And then I was supposed to record with Delvin on Monday, and Monday I was just not in the mood for recording anything. I just wasn't really in the mood to do anything. So I went to bed early and I woke up like super early in the morning, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, yeah, maybe let's try this Metroid now. I wasn't really in the mood to play Far Cry at 3 a.m, so I popped the box open and started playing.
And here we are. Delvin, you're also rocking Far Cry 6. How do you feel about it? I have not started it yet, and I'm excited to start it soon.
I still love it. I love the little details the game has into it. Like one of the things I noticed playing the other day, which I never noticed surprisingly, is that when you're riding in the car with Danny, she sings along to the music.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a Saints Row ass thing to do. Like that's one of the things I really liked about like Saints Row and games like that. That's cool. Dig it.
Yeah, it's a cool little touch to it, and I still love the game. It's good enough to make me stop playing pretty much everything else. So that's a big positive for me.
Nice. What else you got?
I'm playing. None of you know this game. This is an anime.
I am Googling this game because I was like, I think I know what game this is. And
I know what it is.
Yeah, I know what it is. Let's hear.
Delvin
It's a Delvin-ass Delvin game.
Right.
Yup.
I'm playing Demon Slayer.
Okay.
Demon Slayer is based off the anime that everybody's been going crazy about because it's awesome.
Right?
You say it's the GOAT
Giggling.
of
It's
anime?
the GOAT. Oh, no, stop.
It's the yes, Dev. I would say it's the GOAT of anime.
Son of a bitch. Stop giggling. I hate this podcast.
But the game's made by CyberConnect, and CyberConnect makes all the great anime games. I think they made Kakarot, which is Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, that
game.
was good. Okay, I'm
So
here.
every
for this.
good anime game, all the Naruto games that are great, they made. So they were gonna make the Final Fantasy VII remake. Glad they didn't.
Yeah.
Because CyberConnect has this kind of unique style to them where their games look like the anime that they're making the game for. And this game is no different. This Demon Slayer game is beautiful. It looks exactly like the anime. To the point where it's very hard to tell, like, difference between, like, this is the game you're playing now? And it follows, so far, it's following the plot of the anime to a T, so it's kind of one of those games that I guess you don't even really get those type of games anymore. They just kind of follow the plot of a TV show or movie anymore.
Like what you're talking about is like the movie recap games that we used to get. Every time a major motion picture would come out, we would get a crappy ass game that followed the story through with bullshit mechanics, right? We would get that every time. Is this good?
Yes, it is. Very good.
Okay.
It's essentially it's a fighting game, but the way it works is that, like the Naruto games, you get this kind of open world hub that you have to walk through. And you like ask people certain things, and you go do little quests. It's kind of a mix between an RPG and a fighting game.
Okay.
Because you're walking through this open world hub, you get missions from people, then you go find the creature you have to kill, and you move on from that. But the cool thing about it is that you fight in this big 3D plane.
Mm-hmm.
Like, have you ever played the Naruto games?
I haven't played them, but I've watched enough that I have the mental image. It's just like a Dragon Ball fight scene. Is that what you're telling me? Like, it's like almost. Dragon Ball, right? Yeah. I can wrap my tiny brain around that, kind of.
And you have super moves and stuff like that, just like in Dragon Ball and things like that. And the super moves look like the anime. So it's a very visual, appeasing game. It's super fun to play against people, you know. It looks great. All those Naruto games have that kind of same feel to it. And to answer Chaffee's question, I have watched all of season 1 of Demon Slayer.
Okay.
And that's the only season that's out. So I'm a fan of Demon Slayer. I love the game. Super cool. If you like anime stuff and you like shows and like games that look really cool, definitely say check it out.
Nice. Is that everything you got?
No.
Oh, Jesus. There's a story, isn't there? There's a story.
There is. There's always the story, Elaine.
Okay.
So
just going to hold on. Buckle up, Buttercup. Let's do it. All right, bring it on.
I've had this love-hate relationship with GameStop for the past few months. Was more of the they
I
hate
was
you.
going to say they hate you, and you continue to love them, and it's dysfunctional and unhealthy, and we need to talk. Okay?
Exactly. So I got to the point where I was like, "Fuck them! I'm never going to see them again. It's over between us."
I'm deleting their contact in my phone.
Exactly.
I'm blocking them on social media. We're over.
We're done. So I had a bunch of games. I had a bunch of games pre-ordered there. Didn't even go pick them up. I said, "Fuck this! I'm not going there no more."
That's okay. They weren't going to have them for you anyway.
They're going to keep your money anyway.
Yeah, they're just going to
keep your money.
They're going to keep your $5 a game, though.
And this is the funny part about it.
Is it funny though?
Oh, it's coming up. Okay. I pre-ordered Demon Slayer there. They didn't call me to get it. I pre-ordered Far Cry there. They didn't call me to get it. So I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. But fuck this store. I'm done with them. Then Friday, I get a phone call. It's GameStop. Now
they were like, "Delvin Cox, this is GameStop."
No. Go fuck yourself. Hangs up the phone.
It was just GameStop.
So I'm like most hurt girlfriends in this experience. Like, I'm not answering that phone. Fuck you, GameStop.
You answered the phone though.
No, I didn't answer it.
Oh, you got the voicemail.
I got the voicemail.
Oh my God Almighty.
And the voicemail said, and I quote, "Hey, Delvin, this is such and such from GameStop. We have your basketball here.
Oh my God.
You can come pick it up, and you don't even have to pay for it. You goddamn right I have to pay for it. It was mine.
Me, I don't have to pay for it. I already paid
paid
for
for
it. My pre-order. How come you ain't called me for the rest of my
Exactly. So
Why didn't you give me the money for my pre-order back?
I would just
Yes.
be flipping over tables. You're
I'm
so
like-
much calmer than me.
so I heard her say, you know what? I really want my fucking basketball.
Oh my God.
So let me go over there.
So you're like the girl who's like, but I want that hoodie. That I
change
left.
him.
I can
Exactly.
change him. They'll change. They mean it this time. You're
Exactly.
a monster. What are you doing?
So it's 6 o'clock.
This is
I have shit to do. I have shit to
Pathetic,
do in my
actually.
life. Yes,
pathetic
it
is
is.
the word.
I agree. I have shit to do in my life. But I say I'm going to take time out to go to this GameStop.
I'll bring them flowers and chocolates. It'll be
Just
great.
said, put it in the mail.
Yeah.
Yes.
Overnight it to me, bitch.
Yeah.
That's what
So-
you do. Leave it on the front lawn. Like it's
So
just
going to GameStop, of course there's a long line. Waiting this long
Waited
ass
in line?
I've
You
waited
never
in
seen
line
a
for-
GameStop with a line.
yeah.
No, I
where-
have, but
Nonsense.
No, but
you don't
not,
wait in line for something that they didn't give you that they're not charging you for. You walk up and you give your basketball.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe you cross shop on the way out. Like I don't know. You watch the wrestling. It's just-
So I finally get to the front of the line. Say, I want my basketball. What basketball? What you mean what basketball? You fuckers called me.
Delvin.
Oh, hold on one second, Delvin. They go in the back.
Uh-huh.
A solid 10 minutes.
They don't have basketball for you, do they?
No. They have basketball.
Okay.
They come out
10 minutes?
Show me the basketball.
with this basketball.
Oh, you got a basketball.
There's only one problem.
That's not the basketball, is it?
No, that's not the problem. It's flat. They gave me a
that's-
flat fucking
not-
basketball.
That's
I
not
don't
uncommon.
know. Yeah.
No,
if
no.
you go to Big Five and go buy a
Yeah, a
basketball,
lot of
there's
a lot of
no, no, no,
basketball.
no, 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 no,
It's
possibility it's
easier to
flat.
ship them and pack
No,
them.
no,
if
no,
they're
no.
deflated.
No. Do not give me an old ass basketball that's flat.
GameStop doesn't have bike pumps, man. They ain't got nothing to blow your.
I don't give a fuck what they got. They better
You give
me a
apparently you
fucking
give a lot of
full-
fucks. Not only did you go back to
You
this
give-
crappy store,
yes.
you waited in line.
You waited like you give too many fucks.
And
Actually,
then
the
you
problem
waited
is
10 minutes for them to find your basketball.
You could have just went and
I'm
bought
sorry,
that damn
the
thing.
warehouse ain't that big.
basketball. No, it's not a warehouse. It's just they just hate
Delvin,
me.
we need to talk. Okay,
No,
we
we
have to
don't.
have. Yeah, we know.
need to
he
stop.
needs- right.
This is
we
ridiculous.
need to talk about him stopping. That's where we're at now. He needs an intervention. That's where we've gone this far. Like the plot twist of this story sucks.
Yeah,
I don't care if it's flat anyway. You're
Just
not
blow it
gonna
up.
play with it.
just blow it up
It's
though.
not the point of
It is-
whether. No,
Oh my God.
no. If I pay for a basketball, I don't play for a basketball. I want my shit full.
I can't believe you just said those words. I can't.
flasketball.
A flasketball.
God damn it.
Basketball.
Nailed it. Damn,
Wow.
the go to words.
You know
I
when
thought
you
LL
have.
Cool J was the goat of words.
Stop that! Stop
No,
that!
he's the goat of
Stop.
rap.
He's the goat of rapping. This is a different
What
thing,
is
Donnie.
words? I got you. Danny. I
it-
see what you're putting down, sir. I got you.
No, I don't see that.
My blood
Throw that
pressure
shit
is
right
so
back
high.
where you got it from.
I'm just
No.
gonna check and see if my heart rate is my heart rate is totally elevated. That's good to know.
So I finally got my basketball, flat as fuck, but it's still cool. But Elaine,
It looked
There's
thanks
huge.
more?
to you, thanks to you,
What did I do?
I'm sitting in my house, right?
That's your first mistake.
And
but
I
go ahead.
heard a voice. You were like my force ghost.
You heard voices.
Oh no! Oh God! What
and
have
I
you
heard
done?
the voice. I like steelbooks. You should get what you like. So I said, you know what,
Delvin, what
Elaine?
did you do?
Force ghost Elaine, you're right. So I went on eBay
Oh,
Ghost
Delvin!
Elaine.
Force Ghost Elaine.
and I went on
That's the
eBay.
episode name.
I looked up NBA 2K22 Steelbook.
Aren't you supposed to get this friggin' thing for free?
No, because I was stupid.
Oh, that's
I
right.
should've
That's
went
right.
to Best
That's a
Buy.
different dumb story. Got it
That
now.
was a different Steelbook I was looking for free.
Hold on. You mean to tell me you purchased off eBay the Steelbook from Best Buy that you didn't get because you were stupid?
Yes.
Because you
Elaine,
heard my voice in your head.
Your force ghost is not helping me right now, Elaine. You did this. So
Force
I
Goat
wouldn't.
I
Yes.
am. I am.
Elaine is the force goat.
I am
agree.
the goat. That's just true.
Yeah.
Donnie
So-
said- Okay, I'm so happy that you got your steelbook. I'm so sad that you listened to my advice, even if it was from the ether. That's dangerous. That's a dangerous.
Yes,
dangerous.
I went on there,
How much
and
did you
just
pay
like
for this steelbook?
that's what I'm gonna get to. It was like a calling from the Lord up above.
That's not how Jesus works. That's not how Jesus
stories
works.
like my mother-in-law tells stories.
He does.
Can we get on with it?
It's a journey.
It's a journey, Donnie.
It's a journey.
I
let you talk for 2 hours about Far Cry. Let me have my joy, sir.
This doesn't sound joyous, but please.
Is it a point?
No, not really.
He's talking about a steelbook he's bought twice now from the wrong. Like, is it a point?
No,
What,
the point
sir?
that he lets you talk for 2 hours about Far Cry.
How much did Delvin? How much did you pay for this nonsense? Please.
$13.
That's pretty close to.
That's about what I would expect, actually.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
All of them on the site except one were all $30 a piece.
You know I'm going to fact check you on this, right?
Yeah, they're all expensive. Those steelbooks are expensive. When I look.
NBA 2K cannot be that expensive, dude. Those games go for like
just
$6.
Pre-ordered it and got the steelbook for free. Instead,
But I
you
was
paid
stupid, yeah.
$13.
But he paid $13, which means he was stupid twice.
Yes.
But just want to recap the story. I just want to make sure
$29.99,
Yeah.
$24.99, $26.50, $17.95.
Yeah.
And that's
I got it for
steelbook. Do you have it on display? Is it under glass? Is it
Why
like
isn't
on
it? Yeah,
display?
it should be hanging
Is
up.
it somewhere that you can see it every time you walk into a room? Like,
You put it in a drawer.
or is it
I
in a
just-
shelf behind a drawer?
It's on my shelf, so every time I
Okay.
grab NBA 2K out the case, I know it's there, and I feel happy
Well, that's
because
good.
it feels so good in my hands.
I'm glad you're living your joy. I really am. I'm glad you're
I
living
live
your
my-
joy.
Live your life, Delvin.
It's the GOAT of steelbooks.
And with that,
And I think
hey,
it's called the GOAT edition. Actually, yeah.
hey Donnie, before I cry, could you run us through the news?
Hate this podcast.
Right? I think that should be the title of the show. I hate this podcast. Donnie, quickly, before he tells another story, let's do the news.
The
Hit us with
Metroid
the
Dread
news.
Steelbook, though.
It's sexy and I own it.
I have that too.
baby.
It's really nice.
Didn't have to
Oh,
pay
baby.
$13 extra for it either.
Well, speaking of hating the podcast, let's get into this.
News.
During
Oh,
the Animal
fuck.
Crossing Direct, Nintendo stealth announced the price of the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack. Sure, Shaq will cover this in detail. So
Yeah, we are going to. We'll
I'd
breeze through it
expect
now,
as
though.
much, but we'll go through it quickly. We won't talk about the Animal Crossing news, obviously. So the original version of Nintendo Switch Online that you can pay for right now is $20 a year, $35 a year for family memberships. The expansion pack, which is an add-on, will bring that price to $50 a year for a single subscription, or $80 for family membership.
Yep.
This new expansion pack will give you access to Sega Genesis games, 9 N64 games, and an Animal Crossing Happy Home Paradise DLC.
A $25 value. That's what they're
And
going
they
to
do
charge for that
have
standalone.
a prorated discount for those of you, like my family, that are locked in long term.
Right.
So-
It's a lot of freaking money for what they're asking for. It just is to me.
It's not a very good
It
value.
is. It's questionable. It really is.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. If they were going to continue to dump a DLC package in
I saw
every
you
year,
say that, and I've seen
that
other
was
people say
valued
that.
at think about it. If that was valued at about $20-$25, then
Oh, I agree with you. but
my brain
what is-
could make it there.
Sure, I totally agree with you.
You know
but
what I
the
mean?
question is,
They won't.
what in any world does any of you have any hope that that's what's going to happen?
They're not.
fresh
No,
chocolate
they're not.
could look
They're,
out.
they're not. They're not going to do that. But
They're not going to do that.
But if they did that, my brain could get there. With one DLC pack and then just Genesis and N64 games, this is a hard sell. Now, here's the thing. $80 for the family membership is up to 8 people.
Yeah.
So yes, at $8 a year, this is worth it. Or $10 a year, this is still worth it. So if you have some friends and want to jump on a family membership, that's still, to me, a worthwhile expenditure of cash. So there are ways to make this value added for you, but at face value, that's a tough sell. It's a tough sell.
I'm almost surprised to hear you say that. I was expecting more resistance on my end, especially because I've been chatting about this for the past week, and in every place that I chat about it, I get a lot of Nintendo love that doesn't like what I have to say. Let's see if Sean's still in the chat. In Sean's Discord the other day, I was chatting with a couple folks there, and somebody said that I was bringing a bunch of negativity to the room.
Boy, here's the thing.
Wow.
I struggle with Nintendo's online services. $20 a year was still a steal. Okay,
Of course.
to be clear, and I think that price was due to go up. But I just didn't see it being this big of a leap for what they offered. They don't give you free new games like Games with Gold does, or newer games. They give you retro stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
It's like the value added. They're not giving you a full suite of online services. They're not even giving you built-in voice chat. That's why this is maybe a little bit of a hard sell. You still have to use an app on your phone to voice chat.
I want to be clear.
It's ridiculous.
Just to make my stance on this very, very clear. The price doesn't bother me. $50, $80.
It's not, yeah, I don't think it's
not a
that
lot
bad.
of money.
It's not. No.
It does bring them up to par with what others are asking people to pay for. And I do think with those other services, I think you get a lot more for your money than what Nintendo's giving you. And I think that's the issue.
That's the point that I'm making. Yes.
My biggest issue with this, twofold. When it was announced, the expansion pack, I postulated that they were going to double the price.
You did. I didn't.
Everybody said I was crazy. Everybody was like, Donnie, that's insane.
That's
and
nuts,
then they come out and they more than double the price, and everybody's like, yeah, I'll pay it. I was like, what happened?
I will still get this because I have kids who want the Animal Crossing DLC. So for me, 2 kids, Animal Crossing DLC
$50.
plus me, that's $75. That makes sense. I really think if you're going to start charging this kind of money though for a yearly service, you need to start integrating voice chat into your system.
At the very
minimum,
least.
and
but
party
at this
stuff.
price, I've got a few issues. Like, you're absolutely right there. But at this price, when you buy into most of the other subscriptions that we would compare this to, you have a roadmap for support. And my biggest issue with this has always been from the very beginning that Nintendo has sucked supporting Nintendo Switch Online. And 6 months ago,
what the fuck is Nintendo Switch Online? Like, it doesn't exist. I don't even.
It does. No, hang on a second.
Consider it anything.
I know you
online.
don't, but you don't consider playing your Switch until Metzger comes out. So give me a minute here. When 6 months ago, Nintendo Switch Online, before this expansion pack was ever rumored, almost every Nintendo fan would have said it was been a raw deal. Because while it's great for the money, right? You get online play, you get some great games, everything's in there. They rarely put up any games. You're not getting the support you'd expect. They don't put games out very often or on a really consistent timer. Like, every time that they would announce games for like the last year, right? Every time they announce a game for Nintendo Switch Online, Jeff Grubb ran the same article, right? Mario RPG still not included. There's so many games that people still want to be included. I love the idea of Nintendo having a back catalog subscription service. I think we'd all pay for it if done well. $100 a year if Nintendo's going to do it well. The problem is that they haven't been doing it very well. And as Elaine points out, the online service side of this that they actually bring also is substandard. So for them to come out and say, like, here's some Genesis games, which you can already buy mostly on Switch for like $9 at this point.
On a collection.
And 9 Nintendo 64 games. Just 9. We have no idea what's still coming, when they'll come.
They gave us a handful that are coming soon.
Or which ones are actually going to have online. Like, we can guess, but they didn't even actually detail all of that. Like,
that's my bigger sticking point actually for all of this. They call it an online service, but how many games do they release a year that use online features for this service? Because there are not many. And that it starts to add up, right? Like, the back catalog of games was supposed to be an extra benefit to being able to play like Splatoon or ARMS or whatever on Mario Kart online. But the problem is, what else are you adding for, like Smash? But
so my family group, I think we unanimously voted no. I think Josh pushed. Like, we all unanimously. And I wasn't, to be clear, I probably wasn't going to be into this to begin with because I have a 64. It's an awesome 64.
Yeah,
I've got all the
64.
upgrades and everything.
Me
so
too.
like, that doesn't have as much appeal to me. But to see the fact that they not only doubled the price, they raised the price 150%. I think it's a tall ask. Now, here's the thing. I think there'll be plenty of Nintendo fans that love Nintendo and they're going to give it to them. So it doesn't really matter. And at $50 a year, who cares? Like, you could spend $50 a year to begin with. But I was actually surprised to see how many people just wrap their arms around it.
It's a Nintendo thing immediately.
It's the Nintendo thing. And that's all I'm trying to point out. Like, Nintendo
is.
Just has a special place in the market where they can do this to people.
It's like Apple. Apple can do dumb shit like this.
PlayStation tried to do this,
people be
like
mad.
some PS1 games and a DLC pack, people would be pissed.
Yeah,
they would actually
Xbox
be
as well.
The surprise. Like,
Yeah,
I don't understand the surprise or the expectation.
I wasn't
of more
surprised.
from Nintendo
I guessed
for
it.
this.
I don't. I was
Honestly, all it is them trying to roll people into Nintendo services online by offering Animal Crossing DLC.
Correct. That's
That
what they're
is
doing.
all it is.
That's what they're doing.
That
And
is
it's
all it is.
from a money-making point of view, it's very smart because people will subscribe to get that
Yeah.
DLC and they'll stay subscribed because it's a yearly charge that you're going to forget about.
And they're
that's what
successful.
they're doing.
I was
Yeah.
doing some early math over in Sean's Discord, and I found out I had to go back and read some because in 2019 they had 10 million subscribers, and now they're up to
Yes.
26 million.
Yeah, they're not doing anything wrong. They'll be
So
fine.
they have 26 million subscribers. So like if only I postulated if 15, there was a Spawn Wave did a poll on his YouTube channel, had like 60,000 votes. Pretty big sample of how many people are interested. And it was overwhelmingly no. It was like 85-15. And we can throw the poll into question all that. But I even just took the 15. Let's say the 15 was true. At 15% of 26 million at these new rates,
They'll
it's like
make more money.
$160 million.
They'll be fine. They'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's the Nintendo effect.
For ROMs.
Well,
And they're
Sony
selling
is doing
controllers.
something very similar with their dungeons. The way
Their
they're doing
stakeholders are
DLC.
gonna-
It's just,
Yeah.
They're gonna
it's
laugh
just
this
to
to the
roll
bank.
people into subscriptions.
It's
That's all
it's
it
very
is.
smart. It's very smart from a money-making point of view. It sucks for the consumer, but it's people are going to do it anyway. So
I just wish it was more valuable. Like there's
Yes.
But
the
does it
service.
suck for the consumer and the fact that you don't have to do this, and
If
if
you-
you do it, you're getting the
That is the silver lining. The
want.
silver
That
lining
is-
is that you can stay at the $20
Well,
tier.
Yes, you can stay at the $20 tier
Yeah.
and still play your video games online. Yes, that's
Like if they forced us, we'd have
There
a
you
real
go.
problem.
So what I see happening is them doing that. Like
Yeah, me
them
too.
pushing up to that subscription
Yep.
model and eliminating the lower tier.
Yep.
And that sucks for people who play a lot of Smash, play a lot of Splatoon, like my kids, play a lot of Mario Kart. It sucks for them.
Because
And it will suck.
they'll do it one of two ways, right? They'll add like Game Boy and Game Boy Color and stuff, and then
Yes.
they'll delete the lower tier,
Yes.
or they'll add Game Boy and Dreamcast and they'll raise it again.
Again.
And I
They'll-
think you're
they'll
right.
shift.
I think
Yeah.
they'll cut the lower tier.
I think
eventually.
so, too.
I agree with you. Yeah,
That's what they're going to do. That's
Yep.
what they're setting up to do with this. They're just going to keep adding enough services where they feel like they can get away with it and maintain a certain level of subscribers. That's what they're going to do.
Yep.
All right, let's talk about some more fun news.
Xbox has
Kind of.
officially launched the Xbox Series X mini fridge. Pre-orders went live yesterday.
Target
The
only.
first question that comes in really tells the story. This comes from Yard and Angel. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed I wasn't able to snag a fridge yesterday. Do you think there's a better way retailers can handle pre-orders? I want to say that I did not talk about how excited I was that I got one because I felt almost guilty
You shouldn't
watching
feel
people
bad.
online. Nobody else got
A lot of people. I did not get one. I tried.
nobody got one.
However,
Like they were
I would-
gone in 30 seconds.
There's been follow-on tweets that say they have manufacturing partners there. This is not going to be a limited item. They're going to push more out of these in December, and they're going to continue to manufacture them.
They
So
must
for
have.
anybody who didn't get one,
I
they
realize
want
that
to
bots
keep
are a
these.
problem, but I've
Yeah, they
done
are.
pre-orders at Target. They must have undershot demand on this big time.
Here's what I think. I actually don't think it's just that. I think there are tons of supply chain issues affecting stuff like this right now, and they don't have enough materials to ship as many as they want.
You
And
might
that
be
is why I know I am right about raw materials like, metals
We even
and stuff,
talked
'cause
about
we're
it.
having problems at work.
We
like,
talked
with
about
this
it on
stuff.
Empire before we shuttered that, but like they talked about they had this meme for the Series X. They're gonna make a little mini fridge out of it.
Yeah.
Coming at $99.
That's cheap. It's an 8
quite
or
cheap.
12 can fridge. It's a
12
little.
cans, yeah.
It's like a little one, a very
Yeah.
small one. I expected 200.
It's got a charging port. It's got LED
Yeah.
light on it.
It's
glows.
cool. I want one, and they're coming out in December. They will be available in store. They're going to continue to manufacture them. So if you're super bummed you didn't get one, you probably will have more opportunities.
Yep.
So
I do
Next.
think there's a better way that we could handle this stuff. I'm wondering why we don't do why aren't there like CAPTCHA verification or two-factor authentication when you check out and stuff on these things by now?
I think that Target's done other things in the past where they've required a red card. They've given red card people the first shot
Yeah.
at things. That
We're
sucks
seeing
for
that
people.
already.
I'm seeing.
with
I'm
this
already.
Best
I saw that
Buy.
with Best Buy. Well, Target did it with something else recently where they required
GameStop
red
does it with
card.
their pro members.
That seems to be helping some of the really spicy items, like that people really want. But this was a crap show. Like it went live a little late. The page was messed up for a while.
I wouldn't have
This
gotten
was
one.
just-
Honestly, if you were waiting on tweets, you missed it because
Yeah, agreed.
it went live. I saw it when it went live. I saw it and didn't get in. It said sold out, and I thought that was gone.
Yeah,
Then
me too.
Xbox comes and says, we have more. They're not live yet. From the moment that they tweeted, we're not live yet, we'll go live, I was refreshing constantly from that moment.
Yeah.
And I
It's
just happened to
ridiculous,
see
though.
the pre-order button when it went live, like before people tweeted out. Had I not been refreshing, I would have missed it.
Yep.
So Speaking of Xbox, we got 10 new touch-enabled updates that hit Game Pass, so that brings the touch-enabled games up to over 100 at this point over on Xbox Cloud Streaming. And Game Pass news on new games, Dragon Ball FighterZ.
It's good.
God, I hate that name.
But it's a good game.
Echo Generation Everspace 2 hits early preview, I think, on PC. I'm excited about that one because we played and we were pretty close with the devs when they released the first one. Age of Empires 4, Alan Wake American Nightmares coming to Game Pass and kind of piggyback off that remaster.
Yep.
Backbone, Bassmaster Fishing 2022.
That's one you need a steelbook for, Delvin. Got a sick fish on it. It's the GOAT of fishing games.
Oh my God.
Go to fish games, baby.
Non-Goons Doppelganger Edition and Forgotten City are
Forgotten City is a super interesting video game that people should check out. It's got Return of the Obra Dinn vibes. It's very cool. Check it out.
Cool. And then leaving Game Pass, Cardo, Celeste, Eastshade, Comanche, Five Nights at Freddy's, like all 18 of them or whatever.
All of them.
Knights and Bikes, which is fun, and Unruly Heroes. They'll be leaving at the end of the month. Speaking of the end of the month, on November 15th, Xbox will be celebrating their 20-year anniversary, as the Xbox anniversary celebration will be used special look back at the past 20 years of Xbox. This announcement came after their global publishing teased some sort of anniversary thing and then dropped the Fable name, which got me and Fable fans excited.
And then they were like, no, calm down.
Right.
No.
So
I don't know.
They drop the Fable name or just the chicken thing?
They dropped the chicken thing.
No, they dropped Fable 2.
Did they?
They did both.
Oh, wow.
They did the chicken, and then they followed up that tweet with, we'd call this our Fable anniversary, but that name's already taken, is what they said.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Stop riling people up for no reason.
Yeah. So fans were hoping that maybe they were going to remaster them. Who knows?
They're probably not going to, though.
Quick
what else
stories out of DC Fandom. We got new trailers for Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, and Gotham Knights. Those are the WB Batman games are in production.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of gameplay. They're both cinematic trailers. I watched them both quickly. I'm not an expert on the superhero stuff, so if there are any shout-outs that you guys want to mention.
I'm just excited for Kill the Justice.
That looks dope. It looks better than the last
for that.
movie that I didn't love, so I would like to play the video game.
I loved that movie.
I like Suicide Squad. Yeah, it was good.
I realized that I'm in a minority. It was like written for like a 15-year-old boy, and I just couldn't get there. So, but I'd rather play the video game version. Like you know what I mean? So, all right.
How are both of these games going to come out the same year? I don't see
that.
That's not happening.
That's not going to happen.
Why not? Isn't
I think they are.
Teams making them? They can come out.
So Justice League is Rocksteady. Gotham Knights is WB Montreal.
Gotham Knights is the one I'm really excited about.
And you think about it, they're both slated for next year. They were both delayed. I mean, I think they could both come out next year.
They're going to have different vibes.
It can be the year of DC. I mean, why not?
Sure. We had a year of Luigi. Why not a year of
DC? Being similar, I think.
You think so? I think Suicide Squad 1 will be nonsense.
One of them can be dark. They can both be played solo, but one of them can be played with a squad, and the other one can be played co-op.
Yeah, Gotham Knights is a squad up, and it's like an Arkham game.
It's going to be more serious. Like. Yeah.
Suicide Squad seems like it's going to be absolute nonsense.
And a year's a long time, guys. Like you could do one in like March or April, and do another one in like November.
That makes sense to me if it's that far.
And they might do that. They might give them a 6-month gap.
They're not going to drop them the same day, Delvin.
It's possible.
They'll drop them both in February.
Anything is possible. We're going to get everything in February. Didn't you know?
February, duh.
I hate it. All right.
Some quick headers. The Steam Deck is getting a verification check mark for Steam Deck savvy games. I love that the narrative has already been every game on Steam will work, to most games on Steam will work, to
only the ones with the check marks.
These games with the check mark will work. Like I'm already bracing for how many games. I'm sure the majority of the ones that matter will work, but
yeah, they'll work, and some might work better than others. The check is going to mean they work the best. That's the way that I see this going.
Elden Ring had footage that leaked. Did you guys see that? Are you guys excited about that?
I'm pumped about Elden Ring. It got pushed back a month, and there's going to be a network test in November for people who are interested in that. I'm pumped. I'm not going to play the network test. No, I don't like to do those games early. I like to do them at full release.
It looks cool, but I've never been into the Souls thing, and if Metroid's anything,
if you don't want to deal with hard, I don't recommend it, my man.
The Witcher 3 next gen version has been rated. That was the news until today.
It's been pushed to Q2 of 2022, and Cyberpunk might get a version that works in Q1 of 2022.
Oh my God.
I doubt it.
What a disaster.
Just set it on fire.
Not the GOAT. Cyberpunk definitely not the GOAT.
No, but The Witcher 3 is though, dude.
Witcher 3 GOAT.
The PlayStation 5 was the best-selling hardware in units and in revenue in the United States in September, marking the end of the 33-month reign of Nintendo Switch.
Almost 3 full years.
PlayStation Nation, stand up.
3 years.
Almost 3 full years. That's bananas.
We went from the Wii U to this.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good on Sony for finally shipping enough damn units of their console to allow
That's
this
all
to
it comes
happen.
down to. Is
This
can
would
they
have
make
happened
enough?
sooner.
Yeah.
This would have happened sooner if they could just ship enough consoles.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the God of War arrives on PC on January 14th.
I have 4K support.
Can I say something for this? Can I just?
Yeah.
Here it
I
comes.
want to
Yeah.
address all the fucking PlayStation crybabies
Oh Jesus!
who are upset.
My
that this
console
game is
only!
coming to PC.
Thank you, Dev.
If you don't shut the fuck up and stop complaining, this game came out in 2018.
18.
4 years later, it comes to PC, and you want to bitch and moan about it? Cry
They
me a
do.
river, build a bridge, and get the fuck over it.
Thank you, Dev.
Devaluing their
Let the people enjoy
console.
the games.
Dev
shit,
shit.
Dev.
So stupid.
You're
That's
ruining
king
their
shit. Thank you,
console.
Dev.
PS5 edition of it, basically. We got a patch that makes it play great on the PS5.
Yeah,
Let
shut
the
up.
PC people play.
Ruining their
It's-
consoles.
Get over it.
Thank you, Dev. Thank you.
Bring it to
for
Xbox.
saying the thing that I would normally be spicy enough to say too. Thank you.
Put it on
Thanks,
Switch.
Donnie. Donnie went through our news. Don't put it on Switch. Everything runs like poop on there.
Put it in the cloud. Hey, hey, I didn't put it in the news, but I stand corrected. Apparently Dying Light runs pretty damn good over there. Did you see that?
No.
Digital Foundry did a thing on Dying Light. Look, I'm going to be clear. I would never suggest anybody play it on Switch.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
But it does
Okay.
hold mostly a respectable 720/30 for Switch. Is pretty good. And like I watched them break down like basically how they're doing it. They're basically doing like image reconstruction like live.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy, and it
That's crazy.
actually they put a lot of love and effort into the port.
I,
Like it is a version of Dying Light. We've seen much worse. We've seen so much worse on Switch.
boy, have we.
I was
boy, have
pretty impressed. I was like, I can't believe that they actually got this thing running. That said, don't play it there.
Don't play it on Switch.
No.
It's a fast game. It's meant to be fast. You have to play the game at 60 or nothing.
Find yourself a PC that will run that video game at this point.
Something.
All right, Dev. Questions? Do we have them? We usually have them. I asked the internet. You know how I do.
Questions.
Yeah, buddy. Let's
Yes,
go.
you asked and you received. I'm gonna go through about 6 of the questions.
Here we go.
I took a lot of the nonsense questions out of here. Me and the fellas dealt with that, so you didn't have to. So you're welcome.
Thank you. I heart you.
All right, so
Wait
we're
till
gonna
you
start
hear
off
the
with
show.
one. Yeah, it's something. Oof. So this one comes from Ahoy Adam. He says, "What do you think Nintendo plans
Ahoy.
on doing, if anything, with the ability to update the dock firmware now?"
No.
I saw this. I saw that there was a dock update. And I was like,
Yeah.
"You can update the dock."
People
Like,
are going
what-
nuts.
What does it do?
Long
Nothing.
story nothing. I would say nothing.
Nothing.
I think it's
Nothing.
probably to update USB ports and things like that is what I think. There is in the HDMI port, there's an upscaler chip which basically brings the port to HDMI 2.1. People ran crazy. They're like, "Oh my god, it's the 4K dock."
Wait,
it's
does
not.
it go to 2.1 or does it go to 2. Is it 2.0?
I think it's 2.0.
would
Yeah.
think
Is
I
it?
think
It's
2.0.
2.0. I don't
2.0.
think it's
2.1. That's hard.
Stand
Yeah.
corrected.
okay.
2.0.
Just want to make sure we're clear.
People were
So,
like,
yeah.
"Oh my god, it's gonna 4K." It's not gonna 4K.
"No, it's not going to do shit."
That's not what it is. What it is that controller, that chip for HDMI is easier to source than the old ones that are so outdated as
Yep.
before.
Yep.
So that's the only reason that's there. I think the firmware for the dock is just to keep ports and things up to date.
They could also use it to pass through firmware updates for controllers if they really wanted to, but
Yeah.
I doubt that they're going
I
to do that.
heard a theory on another podcast that like maybe they're getting this dock ready for the next thing. If you believe like Nintendo's the next Switch whenever it comes, they're definitely going to ship it with a new dock. And they're
Absolutely.
not going to want you to use your old dock because they're not going to ship you one without a dock, and they're not going to ship a dockless unit. So I don't expect any of those to be true.
Yeah,
They're going to ship a
I
new
don't-
dock.
I think this is
Even if it's the
something to
same
do-
parts, they're going to make a new
Isn't
dock.
the new
Yeah.
dock already? Isn't there a new dock in the OLED already? Like
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
guy-
That's what they're talking-
That's what
that's
this
the
is.
new
That's what
dock.
this is
That's what
about.
they're
That's
talking
the
about.
new dock. This
So
is
they're
much ado
I
about
thinking-
had the
nothing.
firmware. I was like, wait, what?
There are people out there that are like, oh, if this can do that, that means that when the 4K Switch comes and the Switch Pro comes, I won't need a new dock. You will.
Yes, you will. And also, it doesn't support HDMI 2.1. You're going to
You
need
gotta.
one.
So this has been my thing. You remember when when we were talking before. I don't mean to go back to this, but my point was made during when they announced the expansion pack, not the pricing, but you remember when they announced it and everybody was like, it'll be $5 a year. It'll be 10 at most. And I was like, you guys have got to stop giving Nintendo the benefit of the doubt on saving you money. Like, they're not going to. If there is a company out there that loves to sell people extra pieces of plastic,
it's Nintendo.
God, it's Nintendo. They're not going to sell you a Switch without a dock. You will pay for the dock.
They sold one, but they call it the Switch Lite.
Yeah, of course.
Ooh. Thanks, Dev. All right, next question. What we got?
All right, next question comes up. It's from Isaiah. He says, do you think we'll see any big console restocks or big price cuts on hardware this Black Friday?
No price cuts. Stock, yes. Cuts? No.
Hell no.
You might see these consoles come down a little next Black Friday for the discless PS5 and the Xbox S.
No, not the new
Black
ones.
Friday.
I don't think so either. I don't think next Friday either.
Year. I think we'll
Here's
get
the
them
thing.
next year.
Last gen hardware is still moving off the shelf.
That's true. That's crazy.
So there's no price cut coming. As long as demand is this high, there's no price cut coming. Now, demand, I believe, by next year, demand will go down.
Absolutely.
But not for next gen. For next gen, I expect demand will still be high.
Let me amend my statement. I could see Black Friday bundles a la Nintendo has done, where you get a game with it for a little cheaper than the units individually. I don't see a $50 off the console. I should amend that. You're right. That doesn't make sense. But a game bundled in for a little cheaper, I could see them doing
They're
that.
still selling PS4 Pros for $300
GameStop
and stuff
bundle.
like that.
It'll be $650.
It'll be $650.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah, there'll be lots of stock on Black Friday. They're going to flood as much as they can do with the shortages, but
I
don't
expect they're
a good
holding.
price. I expect some retailers are going to do that as well.
Yeah, I bet Microsoft and Sony, they're holding back right now.
I think Target, Walmart will hold back too, because they had such a rough year last year for sales and getting people in store because of COVID. They want to stack it this year.
They probably have some of that stock already in their warehouses with the
I think so.
Not sell until this date.
Correct.
And they're already pushing a lot of Black Friday stuff. Best Buy is pushing
Best Buy did
Friday starts now. Let's go.
It's October. Slow down.
And they're going to keep putting them in those bundles too.
They will bundle them, and that is what they're going to do.
Yeah.
What you got next, Dev?
All right, this here we get into some nonsense real quick.
I love some nonsense.
This comes from Kyle the Pug. He says, is the PSVG Crew Pro for pineapple on pizza?
No.
Also, what is your perfect pizza toppings to make on a pizza? And pineapple on pizza is amazing.
Yes,
yeah, I like pineapple on pizza.
No.
You get the fuck out of here, Florida man.
No.
What are you doing on this podcast?
Fruit doesn't belong on a fucking pizza.
You just keep letting us down.
Delvin,
They're fruit, bitch.
Delvin.
What are you doing?
Delvin, Hawaiian pizza?
No.
The goat of pizzas.
No, it's not.
A word.
That is the bane of pizza.
No.
That pizza broke Batman's back. That pizza
You know what?
sucks.
This is the same guy that's talking about pancakes.
Right. Take his.
Can't listen to
No.
them anymore.
All right, so look.
That bullshit pineapples on pizza. No.
So my favorite, my favorite pizza is probably I modify the Hawaiian. I go bacon, pineapple, and jalapenos. So it's spicy, salty, and sweet, and I like that combo, and that's my favorite. So
that sounds amazing.
That's my favorite. I recommend it. Gentlemen, favorite pizza? Go for it. Let's hear it.
Mine is actually probably the barbecue chicken pizza with olives.
Yeah, that sounds good. Oh, you like olives? I love you.
I can't do olives.
I love olives. Brawny as hell. Hell yeah.
I do love a good Hawaiian pizza. Of course, bacon's a must.
I like the bacon.
Oh, yeah.
With me, when it comes to pizzas, I mean, I used to manage a pizza store.
Let's take us on a journey, Donnie. Like
no, I'm not going to take you on a journey.
Don't do that. I don't
I'm
want
not
to
take you on a journey. But it really comes. I really like a really good buffalo chicken pizza when done well. But I'm a fan for like buffalo sauce.
Yeah,
but like just classic pizzas, I like a really burnt thin crust pizza with like wall to wall pepperoni, like triple pepperoni on it.
The kind of pepperoni that makes a little cup that curls up on the edges and the grease pools in it, and it's crispy at the edges and chewy in the middle. That's the pepperoni I want.
Fold that over.
Right, and just that's what I want. But I love when the pepperoni curls up like that. It makes a little.
It has to. If it doesn't curl up, it's not doing it right.
It's too thin if it doesn't curl up, and it upsets me. So, all right, Delvin, let's hear it.
Wrong answers only.
No, that's not happening. I just like me a good old fashioned meat lovers pizza. Throw all the meat on it, good sauce. I'm already in the glove with it.
All right, I'm gonna let that happen.
Slap of meat.
Yeah,
pretty much.
All right, we got some more nonsense on this next one, Dev.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's hot
Comes
nonsense.
from Los, the
Sup,
elusive
Los?
man.
Oh
He
shit.
says, "What is the best Halloween
We're gonna
candy?"
cut each other over this.
There's no
shit.
way. Yeah, there's
official
no way we
candy.
have
No, this
consent.
isn't gonna happen.
PSVG cast.
Look
And he
here.
says, conversely,
No,
what is the
Delvin.
worst Halloween candy?
No,
And it has to be eradicated from the earth,
No.
never to be seen.
I'm telling you right now,
Yes.
before we start, if one of you motherfuckers say goddamn candy corn, I will leave this goddamn podcast.
Wait, do you hate candy corn or love
candy
candy
corn
corn?
sucks.
I love candy corn. Fight me.
Candy corn is lovely.
I
I
love,
don't
but
love candy corn, but
but
I
I
like
like-
candy corn.
I like the pumpkins
It's not.
the best.
It's not like the amazing.
Pumpkins. No,
like
it's not the
best,
best.
I'm
but
nostalgic
I
for
do
candy
enjoy
corn.
Yeah.
some candy
What
corn.
did I sign up for?
Do you know when you sit and start eating candy corn and you know you should stop, but you keep eating it until you kind of
Yeah.
feel sick, and then you hate candy corn? Every year I go through that.
Yeah.
That's
Every
me every year. Yeah, it's disgusting.
So
All
this is
right,
going to
look.
be issue with me because I'm not much of a chocolate person, and you guys already know this. I like mostly sour candy. So
I like sour.
Nerds,
I'm with you. I
Sour
love sour
Patches,
candy too.
Sour Sweet Tarts, anything like that. Skittles, those are down my alley.
Here-
Doesn't mean I don't like
You're
chocolate. I
speaking my
do.
language, sir.
I like the
Here's what we're gonna
coconut and
do.
the Mounds bars.
I like
Reese's
an almond
Cups.
joy.
Yeah,
good.
I like stuff like
I
that.
like an almond joy. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take host privilege and modify this question because there's no way we're gonna agree. So we're each gonna do a best and worst. Favorite candy, least favorite candy. If you were a trick or treating kid and you went with your bag and somebody stuck the best candy, they had full size candy bars. What house would you go to for that candy bar? Donnie, why don't you start? Full size ass candy bar. What is your favorite? What is the thing you want?
It's probably Sour Patch Kids.
Sour Patch are good.
Because like nobody does like Mike and Ike's for Halloween. I
Well,
don't
you
think.
can pick Mike and Ike's. I
Ike's
have
is
like
so
okay,
good.
straight up, I have 6 boxes of Mike and Ike's upstairs
Those,
right
like
now.
those are my
Oh,
go-to,
you know what?
but like I don't
I
think
do.
I ever
Hey,
get them for Halloween.
It's real simple. Mike and Ike's is the official candy of PSVG.
Mike and Ike's are
PSVG.
fucking
Is that it? Are we
I don't
Mike
care
and
what
Ike's?
you have to say, Delvin.
I have a box of Mike
Delvin
and Ike's
doesn't get a
upstairs.
vote. I got 4 different flavors of Mike and Ike's upstairs because
Oh
of
my
reasons.
God.
You have the sour ones or like the
anytime-
fruity extreme
I
ones are
have
so
the.
good.
yeah.
I haven't had those. I have the 10 flavors that I like.
They have a
up
sour
there.
kind, like a Sours kind. Oh,
Sours are amazing.
Oh,
They're
it's
amazing.
so good.
Anytime I
Right.
go into like CVS, I grab Mike and Ike's.
Mike and Ike.
Every-
I
my
like it.
candy
'Cause it's
to
like
get rid
it's-
of forever is not Mary Jane's. I like Mary Jane's.
Mary Jane's are gross, but whatever.
It's Tootsie Rolls.
Oh no,
See,
they fuck up my
regular-ass
fillings.
Tootsie Rolls,
Yeah.
It's
sure.
not like chocolate.
But
I mean,
the
it's
vanilla
not.
ones,
not the vanilla, the like
lime
cherry.
ones.
Yeah, they're good.
I always have them stuck in my Halloween bag, and it's like I hate these, and I never eat them.
It's just Chaffee's calling me out in the chat because I eat Good and Plenty. I love black licorice.
Good and Plenty is dope.
Good and Plenty is dope as hell. Don't at me. My least favorite candy is specifically the banana flavored Now and Laters. Don't put that fake banana shit in there for me. I hate it.
Like it, like.
Oh, I hate it. Oh,
I
there's
like, I like banana now and later because I can't eat bananas. They make me gag. But I will eat banana now and later's, anything banana flavored.
I was with you.
but
Elaine.
but they look like lemons. It should be lemon and then it's banana, and I'm so upset
Well,
It
about
doesn't
it.
have
does look like
copyright on the
lemons, 'cause-
color yellow.
Lemons are lemon heads. When I think of a lemon
Yeah.
candy,
I like
think of a
lemon
lemon
heads.
head,
Yeah, we're
not
talking.
a creamy banana looking now and later. They're not
They're
bright,
nasty.
so I don't think
It's-
lemon.
It's nasty. I don't want fake banana. I have a real strong dislike of fake banana flavor.
Or the like the was it the popcorn like jelly bean?
Oh, I like those.
Oh,
I love those.
God,
You guys in the face.
that's
I love
gross.
those.
That's real gross.
I also
fucking people.
really
Can't
like
believe
hot
it.
tamales. I like
Devil
cinnamon
spawn
candy.
that ever made those.
Hot tamales are also.
That
Yeah, I
whole-
like those.
that
I like
whole-
hot candies. Those are
hot
good.
tamales
The
are
hot
good.
cinnamon stuff.
Delvin,
That's
what
good
is
stuff.
your
Yeah,
favorite
Delvin,
candy?
let's hear it.
Long
Best and
answers
worst.
only.
Let me tell you something right now.
Don't tell me. Don't tell
I
me.
don't never
Don't
wanna
paint me a
fucking
word
figure
picture.
this with any of you people.
No, good.
What's wrong
You
with y'all?
talk about you people.
You people.
Tell me what you want. Tell me that your
Y'all
best.
sat here for 15 minutes.
That's right.
Didn't mention no goddamn chocolate.
That's right. 'cause I can
told
get
you.
chocolate.
We
I'm not
already
that into
established
chocolate.
that wasn't going to
No,
happen.
no.
Yeah, that
no,
wasn't gonna
no
happen. All right.
M&Ms, no Reese's, no
Fuck
Kit
M&Ms.
Kats,
I like
M&Ms.
Reese's cups.
Reese's
no
cups are good.
Butterfingers.
I like
The
Kit
peanut butter
Kats.
M&Ms are great.
I like
Kit Kats are
whatchamacallit.
good.
Ass candies.
All right, Delvin. What's
They're
your
all
favorite? Pick
lovely
one.
Candies.
Yeah,
just
they're
not
good.
Mike and
They're
Ike's.
just not Mike and Ike's.
Fuck 'em, Mike. God damn it.
Please say fuck a Mike and Ike again really clearly for me and slowly so I can clip it out and use it later.
Fuck a Mike and Ike. This is just some bullshit.
This is
Come
the best
on.
podcast. I fucking
You need
hate
to
this
eat some
podcast.
Mike and
It's so
Ikes.
good. You need to eat some more Mike and
Yeah,
Ikes.
you
No.
do. I'm
You
gonna
don't know any
send
better.
some to you.
Delvin doesn't understand candy.
One-
What is your favorite? Pick
If
one,
you're
my
going
dude.
Halloween candy,
Yeah.
do the Reese's cups shaped like pumpkins. There you go.
Okay, fine.
I can kind of get
Fine.
behind
They're
that.
delicious.
I'm
yeah.
okay with that.
All right.
That's
Well,
fine.
what's your worst? Like the worst candy, the one you always wanted to barter away.
Fucking candy corn. Who the fuck eats candy corn? That's
I
awful.
eat candy corn, bitch.
No, why are you doing that, Elaine? There's better things
It's
in life to
good.
Candy corn
do.
is amazing.
Candy corn's
No,
good.
It is
not.
the perfect, just like
Yeah.
if I could have like candy corn instead of
Yeah, it's
popcorn,
seasonal.
I'd be happy. It's just
You got to put the
pop
candy
it
corn in with the popcorn, and then eat both at
That
the same
is-
time.
Who hurt you
That
people?
works.
No, who hurt you?
hurt
You're so
you?
That
grumpy.
sounds awful.
Who hurt you?
That sounds
You're
awful.
hating on candy corn. You're
He's
hating
mad.
on Nights. You choose pancakes over
This is
French
fucking-
toast. Like
That's awful.
this is the worst.
You're right, Sean. We
Sean.
lost Empire for this. Bring back Empire. What the fuck?
That means you're out. You want to take your Florida man bullshit and go
God
take
damn
your
it. No,
Reese's pumpkins
this is
and go sit in a
terrible.
corner.
Talking about goddamn candy corn and fucking Mike and Ikes. What the fuck is going on here?
All right, Dev,
Halloween.
I will fight you.
Mike and
I
I.
will win. Mike and Ike's are
I
good.
want candy. I don't really care about the fact that it's Halloween.
I just
where
want
the Mike
candy,
and Ike's at, yo?
dude. I'm telling you, I will tweet a picture of the level of Mike and Ike's in my house right now. All right, Dev,
is
we got
sad.
two more
So excited.
questions. Let's go. All
right. The Winter Gamer asks, which dead celebrity would you choose to replace you on the podcast?
Can I be dead in this
I
place?
Why are you so angry today? Damn,
I want to
Delvin.
take their place right now.
Who
You guys are
created?
killing me.
Can I use the person who created candy corn to put in this spot just to
God
piss
damn it,
off Delvin?
yes.
Yeah, that's what I want right now.
Oh,
that's where I'm
God.
at
Yes,
right
that's
now.
my thing. Do I want to piss people off, or
Yeah.
do I want to actually replace it with somebody good? You know,
Nobody who's
That's-
a dead celebrity is going to want to talk about video games.
That's what I'm thinking.
With
Like,
us?
I have no idea how to answer this.
I
question.
know who just I'm going to put in here.
Who?
Listen, I have the question. If I'm being replaced, do you stay here?
I guess we have to. So who is it? Who do
That's
we have to
kinda
deal
what
with?
happens.
That's
So
how
all
this
of y'all
works.
are going to be here with Red Fox. Handle that.
I'm with that.
Explain
I
it,
don't
Red
see how
Fox.
That's a problem.
Do a video game with Red Fox. Do a podcast with Red Fox talking about
I
video
bet he
games.
likes Mike and Ike's.
No,
I bet he
doesn't.
does. I bet he likes
No,
Mike
he
and
doesn't.
Ike's. Yeah. Does anybody else have another answer for this question? I'm just going to put the candy corn creator to troll Delvin through the whole fucking thing.
I don't.
That's where I'm at. All right.
If
Last.
the candy corn creator comes on this podcast, I will drive to wherever he or she is at and beat them to death.
You know what?
Dude.
As a tribute to our late friend, I'll say Bobby, the Nintendo guru.
That's a good answer.
That's a great answer.
Sweet,
That's
that's
a
a
worthy
sweet
answer.
answer. He wins this conversation. We're going to
Yes.
move on before we fuck it up.
I was
all right.
going to say Robin Williams because he named his daughter Zelda. So
That's
maybe
also a
he
pretty
knows
good
something
answer.
about some video games. and
That's
that could
also
be
a good
fun
He
answer.
also probably likes Mike and Ike's.
He also probably
So
does.
the better
Agreed.
question is,
Agreed.
if we could replace Delvin with a celebrity,
Yeah.
who would we?
Okay.
Can't replace me. I'm the GOAT.
Isn't there? Didn't Grumpy Cat die?
It's like
Let's
a
put-
fucking
let's put
herd
Grumpy
of goats
Cat
on
in-
this podcast.
Let's put Grumpy Cat in his spot and just deadpan at the screen whenever
I
we
like
talk
that.
about Mike and Ike's. Let's do that. All
Grumpy
right.
cat, keyboard cat, any cat. Doesn't
All the
matter.
cats. This is what this is like for me. Cats
All right.
everywhere. All right, last question.
Last
Hit us
question comes in from TPR. He says, I got a question for you tonight. If you can bring any weapon out of a game into real life, still functional to keep permanently, which one and why?
up. There's so many Saints Row choices here, right? Like there's so many Saints Row choices. The dubstep gun from Saints Row. That's the one I want. That's the one I want. Go
That is
Google
a
it
good-
if you haven't played it. The
That is
dubstep
a
gun.
good one.
That's
Can I
the one
pull
want.
like one of
It's just fun times for
Samus's
everybody.
suits? Does that count?
No, you just get the weapon on your arm.
Pick one
the
weapon
cannon.
from there.
One weapon.
She's got a
Dubstep
lot.
gun.
Yeah.
She does.
Dubstep gun is good.
Dubstep gun is
The
good.
suit is cooler.
What about the Ratchet and Clank
suit is
disco
cool.
ball gun that makes everything dance? That would be fun as hell at parties. Come on.
It would. It would.
Elaine's taking such a nice way of into
Yeah,
this
she's
question.
The
like-
dubstep
trying
gun
to
was like one
Bring
of my
something
favorite.
for everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
like-
trying to be family friendly.
I'm like,
Y'all
what
just want
murder
to
weapon can I bring in?
what murder weapon?
Exactly.
I don't know. What about
What
the
weapon of
CD?
mass destruction?
What
can
about
I
that
bring
s-
in here?
That CD gun from Far Cry is pretty good because you could just
Kinda
shoot
overrated.
CDs that are. Is it? Well, it's funny.
It's kind of overrated.
I have it,
It's
but
funny.
I'm like, why
Right.
would I use this instead of a
Okay.
sniper or something?
Does anybody have another answer?
I do.
Nobody. Let's hear
Shadow
it.
of the
Delvin.
Dam, the big boner.
Oh, that gun is good. He's so
call.
sassy. That's a good call. That's.
I mean, I could
I
always
don't
pull
know what that
Travis's
is.
beam katana. I mean, it's just a lightsaber.
yeah.
Man,
I
there's got
support
to be a
that.
better answer.
I'm going with the BFG from Doom.
I mean, that's an easy one to go with.
You just want to liquefy
I'll
everybody?
take Kratos' axe.
I mean, why not?
All right, Kratos' axe is cool.
I can call it from wherever.
That's
It's like Thor and
good
stuff.
one.
Yeah.
Boy,
That's a really good one.
that's good.
Dude, how cool would that be? Just at any moment, just
Call it down.
I
you can
would
chop down
miss
your
grabbing it.
firewood.
I would totally miss it and be like, oh, I'm going to get it on the next rotation. I missed it on that one. Whoops.
Somebody pisses you off, you just hold your hand out and wait for it to get
Yeah.
to you. You know,
That would be
you
Cross
very
to the
threatening.
walls and
Just,
stuff.
action going.
just stick your arm out the window at the car line for school and wait for the axe to come around. Everybody move. I got places to be.
Yeah, I think
See?
you win this round down.
That's pretty good, Donnie. That's pretty good.
It's a great call. I like
the other
that
one I
a
was
lot.
thinking, like the infamous powers.
That's not a gun.
It's not a
though.
weapon though, right?
It's not a weapon.
gun.
It's a mutation.
It's an
It's
ability.
like-
Itself into
yeah.
a weapon, but that's not really.
That's not in the spirit of the question.
Okay.
In fairness. All right, I think that is going to do it for us tonight. Before we get out of here, before I make these chuckleheads go to their corners because oh my god, I have a tension
chucklehead.
headache. Let me give a
Those are
shout out
also
to
good candies, by the way. Chuckleheads are delicious.
chuckleheads are good
God.
candy.
In the podcast, just in the show.
Hey, I think we've all had a I fucking hate this podcast moment on this podcast. 2 thumbs up, 5-star review. Hey, let me give a quick shout out to our Patreon
5-star
producers.
review. I hate this fucking.
I hate this fucking podcast.
Yeah.
All right. Shout out to our Patreon producers at the on-air producer level. Michael Masick, Edwin Calo, Stephen Keller, Nick Creature, Ben Moxham, Nick Faulhaber, Paul Callicoat, Kyle Haiman, Devin Tyus, Josh Borbone, RJ Kern, Horse Girl 69, Zack
Nice.
Adams, Joe Wilson, AJ Pentecost, Michael Taylor, and Trucker Sloth. That's a good one. Thanks to all you guys. Thanks to everybody at every other Patreon level, folks who hang out with us in the Discord, who tweeted us, and who listen to this hot, steamy nonsense every week because oh my god. Oh my god. Did we do it? Are we done, you guys? Are we good?
Yes, we are.
Have we covered it all? All right.
I'm done with all of y'all.
Yeah,
Just
I'm done with all y'all too. So
Done.
until next week, play
Mike
some
and Ike's
video
for
games.
life.
Play some video games, y'all. We out.